Scotland, France, the best one of the three. I think it will be. I think it'll be the most entertaining. Also, it's Scotland, so I'm more interested in this. I have done a video on the Scotland team and my thoughts on this game from a Scotland point of view, but this time I'm going to try and be neutral and I'm going to try and just preview it. Have a look at the teams. I'll be honest with you, France have held back. It's not a full strength France squad, whereas Scotland have gone pretty well. Full about, just about in. Does this mean Scotland will walk them? Maybe. We'll have a look. So, starting off, we'll look at the teams again, as I've done with all the other videos, the Ireland, Italy, and the England, Wales, England, sorry. We'll go with the home team first. And yeah, let's get into it. So, for Scotland, again, I know I previewed this a couple of days ago, but I'll go again. 1. Pierre Schoeman. 2. Ewan Ashman. 3. Sander Fagerson. 4. Richie Gray. 5. Grant Gilchrist. 6. Matt Fagerson. 7. Hamish Watson. 8. Jack Dempsey. 9. Ben White. 10. At captain, which still surprises me, Finn Russell. 11. Duan van der Merwe. 12. Sione Tuipulotu. 13. Hugh Jones. 14. Darcy Graham. 15. Blair Kinghorn. Then on the bench, Dave Cherry at 16. 17's Jamie Batty. 18's WP Nell. 19's Scott Cummings. 20's Rory Dodge. 21's George Horn. 22's Cameron Redpath. And 23's Ollie Smith. Now, if you've seen my Scotland preview on it, you'll know that I like the team. I think it's basically full strength minus 1 or 2. I think Jamie Ritchie's missing from it. The 15's interesting that they've gone with Blair Kinghorn instead of Ollie Smith. Also, that will probably mean that Kinghorn is the backup 10 in case anything happens to Russell, which I blooming well hope not. Because Ollie Smith's on the bench. I would rather see Ben Healy on there if I'm going to be honest, but you know, yeah, that's the Scotland squad. Now I'll look at the France squad now. Again, I might butcher 1 or 2 of these names. I will try my best, but some of them are probably just a bit too out there for me. 1. Jean-Baptiste Gros. 2. Pierre Bougret. 3. Demba Bamba. 4. Cameron Woki. 5. Bastin Shilrau. 6. Paul Buderhent. 7. Sione Malco. 18. Johan Tanga. 19. Baptiste Coulaud. 10. Mashu Jalibert. 11. Ethan Domtier. 12. Yaron Mumfar. 13. Emmeline Ganlidton. 14. Lewis Beale Barrete. 15. Brice Doolan at captain. Then on the bench at 16 you've got Pietau Mavukaka. 17. Rida Wardi. 18. Silipi Falatau. 19. Paul Willemse. 20. Dylan Cretin. 21. Baptiste Serin. 22. Anthony Hastoy. 23. Arthur Vincent. So again, probably butchered 1 or 2 of those names, but hopefully you still under hoops to 2 of men. That is by no stretch of imagination their full strength team. It's a good team, but they are missing a lot of their players. A lot. Yeah. Brice Doolan. Woki, I'm pretty sure gets in first team. Demba Baju's on the bench. What else have we got? Baptiste Syringe usually in and about the squad. Those are the ones I recognise. Domtier, actually he's doing well for them at the minute, isn't he? But there's so many missing names off the top of my head. They're missing Doolan. They're missing what's Dupont? They're missing Ntamak. They're missing Pinot. They're missing what's his face? What's his face? Give me a second. Gael Fickou. That's who I was thinking of. Yes, Gael Fickou. Know him. So, lots of French players missing. Going to Murrayfield, you'd fancy Scotland, wouldn't you? I don't want to get myself too hyped. I'm fancying Scotland's chances, you know. I really am. I know it's basically Scotland A versus France B, isn't it? You know, if Scotland don't win this game, it's more of an issue. I know, France played a B team against a very strong England team a couple of years ago and beat them, so it's not out the picture that France will win by any stretch of the imagination. But you have to favour Scotland, don't you? I mean, historically, again, it's, well, of recent history, if you go too far back, if you go back more than about 5 years, it's Scotland lose every game. When I talk about historically, these days, for Scotland anyway, I usually mean about the last 5 years, because that's when Scotland have been as competitive as they are today. It's pretty even between the pair of them. In the last 5 years, I can think of France winning 3 or 4 times, Scotland winning 3 or 4 times, so yeah, it is close between the two of them. But we need to wait and see. France have won the last one at Murrayfield. Scotland won the one before that, France won the one before that, Scotland won the 2 before that, so Scotland's won multiple before that. But yeah, it's pretty close between the two. I think in the last 5 games, Scotland's won 2, France has won 3, so it is tight. Yeah, I'm going to go with Scotland win, personally, just based off it's a stronger team. Scotland's basically playing their full strength team, France isn't. And you'd expect Scotland to beat a weaker France team, you would. But as seen in the Scotland-France at the Six Nations, anything can happen. A couple of early red cards, France go and score 19 unanswered points in the first, 15 minutes or so? And it's left Scotland completely playing catch-up since. So anything can happen in this game, but you'd expect Murrayfield to get behind Scotland. That's my thoughts. Let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever. And then subscribe if you enjoyed. And until then, I shall see you next time.